everyone, welcome back to our Yum Paleo videos. Today I'm going to be cooking a bacon and shrimp stuffed sweet potato recipe. So what we're going to do first to kick off the recipe is I've just preheated the oven, and that's on 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit on bake. What I've got in front of me here are 4 large kumara or sweet potato. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop these in half. Now the reason I've got roundish in shape is because we're going to remove all the sweet potato once it's cooked, and we're going to restuff them with the shrimps and the bacon. So if you can, try and get the roundish ones. So I'm just going to chop these straight down the center, leaving the skin on. Right, so just like that. What I've got here is an oven tray. So what I am going to do is drizzle a bit of olive oil onto the oven tray. I'm just going to brush that over there just so they don't stick, and then we're going to actually coat them in olive oil as well. So this is just going to help them so they don't dry out while you're cooking them in the oven. Okay, so now that you've coated all of these in some olive oil, we're going to place them in the oven. They're going to bake for around 40 minutes. We are going to check on them halfway through just to see how well they're going. So what you want them to do is just soften. So I'll pop these in. Right, so we'll see you back here in about 30 to 40 minutes time, when we're going to check on our sweet potatoes, and we're going to also start getting the stuffing ready for them. So we'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back. So what I've done is I've just removed the sweet potato from the oven, and I have, with my knife, just given them a wee poke, and they are nice and smooth. So it comes out nice and clean, so that's what we want. So they're cooked. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to let these sit for about 20 minutes just to cool down before we take out the sweet potato inside them. What I am going to do is just chop up some bacon. So I've got some streaky bacon here, which we're going to put into the stuffing. So I'm just going to chop this up into chunks, just like that, and we're going to fry this off. Perfect, so that's all our bacon chopped up. So with our olive oil, we're going to put in the smallest drop. Pop in the bacon just to start browning off. Just give that a wee toss around. So this is only on low. So while that's starting to cook, we're going to start on our shrimp mix. So back over here, I've got about 100 shrimps here, which is round about 300 grams. What we're going to do is, just so they go a wee bit further, because they're quite big, I'm just going to cut them in half, just like that. Some of the small ones you don't have to do it with, but I'm going to do this. So I bought these in a bag that were frozen, and I've just defrosted them. So they're already cooked, and they've already had their shells removed. Alright, so now that I've chopped up all those shrimps, what we're going to do is I'm just going to pop them into a mixing bowl here with their juice. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to put 3/4 of a dessert spoon of oregano on top of those shrimps. All right, and we're also going to put about the same amount, 3/4 of a dessert spoon of paprika as well. So sprinkle that on there. And we're going to put 1 teaspoon of ground chili. So we're going to give that a wee bit of a mix. Good, so what we're going to do now is just squeeze in the juice from 1 fresh lemon. Perfect, and give that a wee stir. Right, so that is all ready to add to the bacon in the fry pan, which I am going to pop over and check on. Right, so this is nicely cooked. So add these in, and we're just going to let them heat through just for a few minutes. While they're doing that, we're going to make a start on spooning out the sweet potato inner of our sweet potatoes. Alright, so what we're going to do now is our sweet potatoes. What I have done is I've just turned the oven back on. Now it was slightly warm from the first time we did it. Still on bake, it's on 150 Celsius or 300 Fahrenheit. Because once we've spooned out the insides of these, they're going to go back in the oven with the new stuffing, with the bacon and the shrimps. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spoon out the middle of that. Now do be careful as it is still quite warm. So trying to get as much of that out as you can without breaking the skin. So there we go. There's one, and I'm just going to pop that back on the tray. So this is a wee bit fiddly. Alright, so those have been cooking in there for a few minutes now. Looks and smells good. So I'm just going to turn this off, and we're going to remove this from the heat. So I'm going to pop it into a wee bowl. Okay, so we're just going to pop that there for a second. So here's all of the sweet potato from inside the skin. So what we're going to do is we're going to mash this up. So I've got some coconut milk here. I'm just going to add in just a wee bit. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to start mashing. Alright, so now that that's all mashed, I'm just going to crack in some black pepper. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cups. We're going to spoon in some of this to start with. So mashed potato back in there, followed by some of our prawn and bacon, our shrimp and bacon mix. There, and we're going to add in a wee bit of this. Back on top. Pack that down, and then pop back on the tray to place back in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off and fill up the rest of them, and I'll see you back soon. Alright, so I've finished popping in the bacon and the shrimp. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop them back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes just to heat on through again. Okay, so we're going to pull out the sweet potato from the oven. So they've been in there for about 10 minutes just to heat through, and they're all ready to serve. So what I've done here is just a few salad greens, some diced up tomato, and then just a wee bit of our leftover bacon and shrimp on top. So there you have it, bacon and shrimp stuffed sweet potato. Hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you again soon for another recipe.